change from glory to glory as we look into your face, and the world no longer holds us as we sing Amazing Grace. Welcome today to Proverbs for Successful Living with Ty and Betsy Tice. We're going to be reading today from Proverbs 23, verses 1 through 8. We encourage you to read the whole chapter afterwards for any hidden blessing that God may have for just you alone. We're going to be reading this portion out of the Passion Translation. So it's very clear and understanding. So I'm going to have Betsy read it from beginning to the end. And then I have something special that I want to share with you.
When you've been invited to dine with a very important leader, consider your manners and keep in mind who you're with. Be careful to curb your appetite and catch yourself before you fall into the trap of wanting all you see. Don't crave their delicacies, for they may have another motive in having you sit at their table. Don't compare yourself to the rich. Surrender your selfish ambition and evaluate them properly. For no sooner do you start counting your wealth than it sprouts wings and flies away like an eagle in the sky, here today, gone tomorrow. Be sensible when you dine with a stingy man, and don't eat more than you should. For as he thinks within himself, so is he. He will grudgingly say, "Go ahead and eat all you want." But in his heart, he resents the fact that he has to pay for your meal. You'll be sorry you ate anything at all, and all your compliments will be wasted.
I'm going to start off first with the stingy man. So often when we come in contact with these people, they're really two-faced. They will tell you with a face up front, "Oh, yes, everything that I have is yours." But if you touch one thing of theirs that they consider theirs alone, you'll be sorry because he won't say anything to your face. He'll just stab you in the back when you're not looking. Never take a stingy man's offer as something that you should try to attain. Now, I want to tell a little story about the rest of this portion where it talks about to be careful to curb your appetite and to catch yourself before you fall into a trap. The other day, Betsy has her hair done about every 6 weeks, and I took her to the beauty parlor. And after I dropped her off, I had to run to the bank and do some other errands. And I had on one radio station that I always listen to, a Christian radio station, but they were playing music that really I found kind of deadpan. And that's no derogatory thing against the music. It's just my own preference. So I did my little flip on the steering wheel that changes the channel, and I ended up on some liberal channel, and it was a talk. And they were interviewing this man who was bragging about what he did. He had no shame about it at all. And in fact, he had even written a book about it. I can't remember his name when I'm telling you the story. You may know this person. You may have even read the book that he wrote. But before he retired, he was a defense contractor, which meant that he got defense contracts. And so he would entertain these military people who were the ones that were the decision makers on who got which contract. And he would take them in to Hong Kong, to the best restaurants, to order them the best sweets. He would indulge them totally and completely. They thought that this man was the best thing in the world, which was what he wanted to impart to them. But he had another motive, and that was he would offer something very, very little, you know, illegal Cuban cigars or something like that. And they would take it, thinking, what a generous man. And he would offer them little things like that until they became accustomed to it, almost no, like they expected it. Then he would offer them something else that was a little bit illegal. And until they took it, he just kind of soothed them over. Once they took it, then he would ask them a favor. And when they'd say, oh, I can't do that, he would remind them of what he had taken from them. And therefore, it was a form of blackmail. And then he would ask them to do a bigger favor and a bigger favor until literally what they were doing was totally illegal. And he had them in the clutches of his hands. And he was bragging about it because he said he got the best contracts because they were too afraid to let their own sins find them out. Now, he didn't say sins find them out, but that was the gist of the story. And he was bragging about this on the radio, how he was able to control the military defense contracts by his own deceitfulness and by blackmailing them from what they took just a little of. Honey, do you have anything you want to add to this?
Wow.
Well, I thought it was going to be something more than that, but okay. Uh, but with that, we're going to close off today. But I want to encourage you, don't be deceived. There is nothing for something. You always are going to pay for what it is. So pay for what's right and don't take what's wrong. I bless you and may the Lord pour out his favor upon you because you're a just and righteous person. God bless you this day.
According to his riches, according to his riches, according to his riches, he will supply all I need. His riches have no limit. His riches have no limit. His riches have no limit. He will supply all I need. I'll put my trust in Jesus. I'll put my trust in Jesus. I'll put my trust in Jesus. He will supply all I need. According to his riches, according to his riches, according to his riches, he will supply all